I'll do my best. I'll do my best. I wanted to stream more, but I spent a lot of time yesterday trying to get a better overhead shot and to find a better outlay for the music theory. Because, like, I'm teaching myself, and I know how it is. Probably a lot of you are by ear players. This is how I started. I basically still play by ear mostly, but I try to learn some theory, kind of in reverse. That's why I have this Theory app. We are in D flat and we are playing some diminished six. Um, I'm trying to work out some better mechanics for my left hand. My hand independence isn't really that great, and I realized I spend a lot of time improving on my harmonic understanding, but I have neglected my scale practice myself. That's why my left hand usually is just stationary and comping, because the rhythm will fall apart very quickly if I try to do something slightly more advanced. There's one chord that I fell in love with. That is some weird F chord, some super weird F chord. Hold up. How have I forgotten how this goes? Yeah, this one. How beautiful is this chord? Seriously. It's loaded with tension. It seems to want to go back to B minor. B flat minor, I'm sorry. For me, it's kind of probably maybe the other way around. I noodle a little bit on the guitar. I can't even call that playing. But there, I really have to count with my fingers. Yeah, like seriously, this chord. How good is this chord? And I'm even not really articulating it that well, but it is. Sorry, I'm hacking the keys too much, but like seriously, I love this chord. And they don't know, they don't know, they don't know. Oh yeah, I love this. I didn't expect this chord. It's interesting though. What would that be? Okay. Ah, goddammit. How do I better do this? Ha ha ha. Um, I used to be on IG. I stopped being on IG because I don't like Meta. I know it is kind of ridiculous for any business, and if you're an artist, or musician, it probably is kind of hurting yourself not having social media, but I found it is very distracting to me, and it was taking away from my practice and from streaming and making samples. And I thought, why would I have a social media if it distracts from me being productive? Why create a place to showcase when there's no repertoire, when there's no portfolio? You know what I'm saying? Now I'm just only on Bandcamp. Hold up a second though. The app is called the Cordy app. Let me give you a link. Yeah, that's the app. He's a great guy. I don't know him personally, but he's a musician, and I think he's a brass player. And I also believe he has courses on music theory, also on programming. Like he's kind of a hybrid. Let me close the window. They there's a construction that's been going on forever. They drive me insane. Actually, I don't know why I have this microphone. It's a condenser. It picks up everything. All I hear is them drilling this shit. Every day. Every day. That is one very classical thing that I like to do very often. As I said, like my hand independence isn't too crazy, and you know how you don't actually have to play that many chords. Just because there's 88 keys doesn't mean you have to really press them all. It is comes kind of easy when once you learn a couple of scales. We all wanna just feel like Art Tatum, but mostly we play faster than our hands. Our hands will be faster than our brain. The mic is not the issue. The problem is the construction outside. I don't know. I think you must have been able to hear it. I just closed the window, and actually, I can't really record any vocals at daytime. Like, if I'm just speaking, sure, no problem. But even if it would be super dead quiet, I couldn't be tracking vocals at a piano at the same time. For one, I often am not comfortable enough with my changes because I kind of like to think about singing and playing at the same time. It's basically like you have a third hand, your vocal cord, that you also need to coordinate. And actually, that's not really that easy all the time. So, long story short, let's play something somewhat harmonically sound. As I said, we play D flat. That is, as any major scale, we start on our tonic or root note, D flat in this case. That will be our one, also like indicated with these fancy Roman numerals that you can see. The capital case and the lower cases are important. A capital case Roman numeral lets us know the chord that we can build on this step or scale degree will be a major chord. If we hop on to our second chord, we find that it is a minor chord, having E flat, our second note in the scale, a minor third, and a major third. Let us play a chord that I love a lot. That is some minor six chords, or major six chords for that matter. It doesn't really matter. I just love these six chords. They're very, very nice. If you are familiar with Barry Harris, which I recommend, I should have put a link in the description. I will be talking about Barry Harris every time because, in a nutshell, all that you usually see me do is I'll play the blues scale. Let's say in our case we play D flat, so we got our root D flat, and we play the second, play the flat 3, the 4, the 5, and the 6, and I must have made a mistake somewhere. Yes, I have made a mistake. So we got our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that concludes our blues scale. Da ba da da ba da da ba da da ba da 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 ba da. Let's try not to play too much legato. We can play legato, that's not an issue per se. But if we want to be jazzy, it is worth to know that there's not too much legato found in jazz. It is good exercise and it's good for technique, but it is really not that often found. Much more often we hear some more less connected phrases. Because also it is really you too. Happy practice, man. Come back anytime. I'll try to keep it up. Yes, we will. Friends of the music. And I like these little arpeggios. You don't have to play that many notes. That's why I love playing octaves. First, it's good practice, and sometimes it's really hard to find the sugar note. And once you found your sugar note, why not play it twice? If it's good one time, maybe it's double as good. And sometimes going from maybe playing the same comping chord, but changing the melody or the run in the other hand ever so slightly, like we did before. We were just going like one da 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 da, chord change, repeat the phrase, just a trill, and then we will incorporate a little variation in there. Nothing fancy. Let's play it to tray light and fast staccato runs. Let's try to get a light touch. I'll play a kind of drum thing. Like I'll be going with my thumb when I play these super fast trills. If they are super fast, they are super fast to me. That is, the classical pianist would just laugh at me. I will play them alternating with my thumb. It's like as if you were a drummer and you go kind of back and forth. Maybe I'll not be the best person to demonstrate technique, but in principle, when you want to play these, you could also alternate between three fingers. Find a fingering that is suitable for your hands and that you can use for extended periods of time. It should be mentioned that however great your technique may be, and mine surely isn't, if you are practicing drills, especially with your weaker fingers, don't go crazy for hours and hours. You might hurt some of your tendons, so don't stress them too much. That's also the reason why I'll be taking a break to reduce screen time, refresh, and then we will continue practicing later. I hope it was fun so far. Let me know what you think about the new layout. I'm trying to get better, trying to share these random noodlings to um, have that for you in a more usable way. So you can just steal the chords and little licks or just most of all, what I want to share most of all is not like an exact set of notes, but rather a method how you can come up with these notes. And yeah, maybe you will hear me singing every now and then. I like singing. I'm not the greatest singer, and you don't have to be either. But no matter what instrument you play, unless that is a brass instrument, then you can't do it simultaneously. But even then incorporate singing into your ear training. Because if your vocal cords and motor cortex and your ears are connected to it, and you're able to sing it somewhat, you don't have to sing like an opera singer, but good enough that you can recognize the pitch. You don't have to win an audition. It is just merely so you know what your hands are doing. Because actually, very often I find I can play stuff that I don't really understand. And while that is all nice, we can play so much more with the stuff that we can already play if we understand it. It's crazy. Like, I've been noodling some stuff forever and ever that I'm just starting to understand slowly now. Like, I don't know. I had no idea for such a long time that it is all kind of pretty much connected, like crazy connected. Sorry, I switched into what? I switched into C major, into blues and C. Anyway, I'll take a break. Happy practice, guys. Catch you later. Peace.